Thank you all so much. Whiskey's got me favored. Okay, strong enough, I still feel sedated. Most times I hate it. It's the price I pay when every day I spend my time self-medicating. Overrated. Price I pay when every day spend my time self-medicating. Seem like I'm sinking again. All these old addictions showing up like a lost friend. They won't stop, and I know they won't stop knocking. Just for a minute, think I might let them in. And I just follow them down.
Check.
Till that bottom drops out. Here we go again. Sunlight breaking in, and I'm back to the bottom of the barrel. Fill it up again. Here we go again.
Check.
Darkness creeping in, and I'm back to the bottom of the barrel.
I guess it's all working.
Fill it up again.
Alright, so this is a test to see if this setup is going to work in live settings, and both fortunately and unfortunately it's completely packed here at Chico Feo, which means I couldn't get a table, which is what I wanted to do, so I'm pretty cramped here, and that's going to make it a little bit challenging to do interviews. I was really hoping to get a table so it's really clear what's going on and people can feel free to sit down, but it's completely packed, but that's good to know. So next time, if and when I come here to do this, I'm going to have to come early, and but I did get to fly the drone a little bit, so share that video, and we'll get to see how this all comes through.
Sunlight breaking in, and I'm back to the bottom of the barrel. Fill it up again. Fill it up again.
So this is the third eOpenMic of the year. Changed it up a little bit for this one by going to an actual open mic event. I can't see anybody's comments since I'm going through my phone, although there might be a way to check it out. Let me pull the phone off the stand and show a little bit of what's going on.
Thank you all so much.
A real sunny, happy song, but you know.
Yeah.
I'm going to check if I'm just recording or if I'm actually live streaming. So I'm going to stop the stream for a second. Alright, it's working, so this is good news. I'm going to have to check the stream later to see how the audio is coming through, but I think this is all going to work out. But I may not be as engaging on this first one just because I'm trying to figure out all the kinks. And also, like I said, completely packed. So every table's taken. So if a table opens up, I'm going to snag it. We're here at the Chico Feo open mic in Folly Beach, and hosted by George Fox. And going to hang out and listen to the music. George's been running this event for probably about maybe 2 years now, something like that. And it really took off right away. It took off very quickly. It persisted through cold months, which is outdoor. It's an outdoor event, which can be challenging. I know that firsthand. Trying to do the Parker's Lighthouse open mic in Long Beach, outdoors. It was a beautiful spot. It was cold, but people still came out, which was amazing. The turnout, despite how cold it got in the winter, was really amazing. And I guess they couldn't see because they canceled it. They put us through the winter, and then we endured the winter and showed out, through the winter. And then they're like, right as the weather's going to get good, they canceled it. I don't know. Anyway, I have to figure out my device real quick. There's the recording device that I'm using. For whatever reason, channels 1 and 2 are pretending to be stereo, and I can't use them independently, so I'm going to try to figure that out. That might cause the audio to cut out. Again, this is really a test, but I'm going to put together a video of this day and involving the drone footage that I took earlier, and just put a little, demo video of George's open mic.
Thank you.
Okay. Check. Sweet, it works. Check. But it feels like it's only in the right ear. That's not good. Gotta fix that.
Put the car on drive. You know she's flying anyway. Ever wonder why I run for cover when I'm first in line? And if it's 90 and it's you, and all the things you struggle through, tell me, is this forever after your disaster of the so-called life? You cannot tell me that it wouldn't make a difference if I had another pastime. No, if it is all the same to you. Why she drink the wine, or she makes it to the table. All the love and laughter, the disaster, and to fall behind. Live your life around the people who make you happy. They will be the ones bring the sun to you. But nothing in the world will shine. Nothing in the world will shine. Oh no. Was it all part of your design? Watching everything you look at. I'm a memory of the one you left behind. And if it's not you, it's me. And all the things we thought we'd be. Tell me, is this forever after your disaster? Thank you all so much for listening. Thank you, George and Chico. Jamie, Chris.
Bobby Sutton up here. He wrote these songs. As George says, he made this shit up.
Looking for the sound every day. Sleep last night cause I fear I lost my way. The sun don't shine in the morning and my trust the day began. Is it the wishing well that they could find? Getting kinda hard to tell. Tripping on a wire and I'm waiting on the sounding bell. Yeah, man, I gotta get this right. Now I feel the darkness fall again. Like a panic in the sand when the waves crash into land. Everybody rock the couple, you're gonna sink right where you stand. Just the pieces of the puzzle to the ocean fitting in. It's the wind that rides on the storm, it's my distant friend. Hey, 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 Mr. Brightside, why you got such sad eyes? You're like a bee to the honey, to the money, to the biggest bee. Hey, baby, blue eyes, never wanna see you cry. I'm gonna sing to the day I die. Tell me, is it good enough for you? 'Cause I'm alright. I'll be fine. Found a new sound here today, and I can sleep tonight 'cause I feel I found my way. I know the sun's gonna shine in the morning and the moon will move the night. It's just the pieces of the puzzle to the ocean, it's alright. Sing to the day I die. Tell me, is it good enough for you? Tell me that you don't know why everybody hurts you like I do. And ask me why, 'cause I don't know why. And I say, hey, 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 Mr. Brightside. Thank you all so much.
This guy, Bobby Sutton.
Great evening.
Go see him in Ashes of Old Ways.
What can I say that hadn't been said about these two guys? They're awesome. What the hell? No, that's been said a lot. That's not what I meant. Give it up for Bobby Sutton, Ashes of Old Ways, and Jamie Crisp. Ashes of Old Ways, Big Stoner Creek, Crispy Fox, Thomas Champagne and Friends.
Thank you, George.
Hey, next up we got Mike Kaufman, and let me tell you what, he is a finger-picking machine. And we're gonna get him all sound checked out. Bear with us a minute.
I feel bad for everybody else if I have more vocal. That's all right.
All right, y'all, our next act, he keeps coming back, and it makes me very happy that he does, because this guy really knows how to play the guitar. And I I put myself on after him, and I'm regretting that already. But you know, I've never been accused of being that smart. Sharpest marble in the bag, they say. So anyway, let's make him feel welcome. Put your hands together for Mike Kaufman.
Thank you, George. Thank you, everybody. Good evening. I love being here, and the sun is still not down at 7:20. That is a wonderful thing. I want to start tonight. I've got a cover and 3 originals. This cover is one you probably haven't heard unless you're my age. It's an old Gordon Lightfoot tune called Early Morning Rain. In the early morning rain, with $1 in my hand, with an aching in my heart, my pockets full of sand.
Check.
I'm a long way
Check,
from
check,
home.
check, check. I guess it sounds okay.
Loved ones, in the early morning rain, with no place to go, out on runway number 9, big 707 set to go. I'm stuck here on the grass where the cold winds blow. That liquor tasted good, and the time it went fast.
All right.
Well, there she goes, my
I'm gonna try to figure out for next time how I could view your comments while live streaming from the phone. So that's what we're doing right now. I'm on the Chico Feo Wi-Fi.
Hear the mighty engines
And,
roar, see the
letting you guys
silver burn on
hear the sounds, the gentle sounds of
She's away
me
at
eating a
west
cheeseburger.
bound. Far above the clouds she'll fly, where the morning rain don't fall, and the sun always shines. She'll be flying over my home in about 3 hours' time. This old air horn's got me down. To me, 'cause I'm stuck here on the ground, as cold and drunk as I can be. You can jump a big jet plane like you can an old freight train, so I best be on my way in the early morning rain. Now you can't jump a big jet like you can an old freight.
The chicken sandwich was not that great, but this cheeseburger is quite good.
On my way in the early morning rain. Thank you. Thanks. I can always tell who the guitar players are because they're looking at all this jewelry on me. So this song, that song was about 60 years old. 60 years old. This next song is about 20 years younger. It's one of mine I wrote back in the days when my wife at the time was going to grad school, and I was happy she was going to grad school, but I was waiting at home a lot, and so that I was just kind of waiting for her to come home.
What I'm doing is I've got a wireless XLR device that's actually going into a speaker. It's on the line out from George's speaker, so we're getting direct audio from essentially from his board, exactly what you're hearing here, as well as mixed in with the stereo mic that's on the ground. Just kind of capturing the ambient noise. Be good to put that somewhere else, but like I said, I couldn't get a table. still all taken.
When I want to hold you tight, baby, come home to me.
Check. Make sure these mics are about the same.
Know that you got things to do.
Check.
Don't
Check.
get me wrong, I want you to do that.
All right, that'll work.
Just come back to me when you're through. I'll still
Next time George comes through, I'm gonna try to catch him.
waiting for you then. I can still read a book. I don't cook so bad. There's always a movie.
All right, so what's to be said? So
Never those things
I made a post today. I don't usually do these kinds of posts.
just ain't right. Come on.
Man, let's talk about the open mics. So, well, check it out if you're interested in. It was a dramatic post. I don't think it was very dramatic on my part. Oh, maybe it was, but I usually stay out of I just don't want to go for these sort of mainstream dramas. Because I just think they're so silly, and you're getting caught up in people you don't even know is life. This one was pretty interesting, I thought. But check it out if you like. As I said earlier, we're at the Chico Feo open mic in Folly Beach. This happens every Monday from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's got a great turnout today. The weather's great.
Thank you.
I've perfected my
These next two
knee
songs
clap.
are more recent songs, written in the past year or so. In fact,
you're ever
they'll
at an
both be
event,
on a CD, which is
please
gonna be
just,
out this
especially
summer.
these kinds of
I've
events,
got an
always
EP,
clap for the
which is gonna
performer.
be out
You
in
know,
April. And I should tell you
it's
that there's
the minimal.
we're doing a show at Fox Music on April 21st.
There's the irony in that, though.
And it's the first of a series of concerts that are going
Oh.
to be to benefit
These days when I
ovarian cancer
Let's listen to him.
research. So proceeds from that show will go to that and that EP as well. If you want to find out information about that, you can check MikeKaufmanMusic.com. That's way too many words to type, but that's what it is. It's MikeKaufmanMusic.com.
unless the artist
So this song is called My
explicitly
Favorite
disrespects
Complication.
or clearly
And I wrote it for my
disrespects
wife, who
the
is a
audience,
Sam Cooke fan.
unless that happens,
And so there's a Sam
Check,
Cooke
check.
kind of vibe to
That's
this.
okay, my headphone was out, that's why. Unless the artist explicitly disrespects the audience, then I think you give them at least an applause to say, kudos to you for getting on the stage and doing something, entertaining us, making an attempt. That's the minimum. You don't have to like it. And so that's what I try to do. I think anybody can do this. It's all about if you want to. So what I try to do is, if I can, I try to help facilitate audiences to give good responses, because sometimes the lower responses shoot people down. And it's like if it's something that somebody likes, they should keep doing it. Plus, it's more fun. The more energy there is, the more the audience gets into it. That's half. Well, that's like 90% of the battle is getting the audience into it. Once they're into it, it makes performing so much easier. And it's so much more fun. So that's a big part of it. Just try to get the audience into it. Got these biting gnats coming out. For those of you not in Charleston. George. Oh, no, you can pick. There. Grab this and here. See if you can hear this. Hold up. yeah, try that. Are you able to hear it?
Oh, no.
No. All right.
I can hear
Well,
you. Yes, I can
All
hear
right,
you.
everybody. Okay, you are on the screen. Yeah, you're right in the frame. All right, everybody. This is George. He's George Fox. He runs the Chico Feo open mic, and stoked to be here. Great turnout today, and Yeah, George, I don't know if you want to say anything about your open mic. I don't know who we're talking to, honestly. This is the first time I'm doing this, so I haven't figured out how to show the comments, but I'm streaming on my eOpenMic page as well as my personal Facebook page. So,
Hey, we're glad to have you here, Noah, because you rock as well.
right on.
Favorite complication.
How's the open mic been so far this year?
Amazing. Look, man, the sun's not even down,
Yeah.
and it's packed.
Yeah. Does has it happened? Wait, you guys endured some cold earlier this
We
year.
did, but we had heaters. We brought the heaters out, and we huddled around, and we hunkered down, and we took care of business.
Right on. All right, George just did his album release over at the Poorhouse, and I've listened to his album, and he's got some really nice, authentic songs. It was really nice to listen to, and I don't usually feel that way about a lot of local music. So that's my honest opinion. I love local music. I'm a huge supporter of local music, but a lot of times it doesn't hit on all fronts. And I need to give another listen through, but there are a number of songs there. So check his music out. It's Big Stoner Creek.
Well, I've got two people talking about it at the same time. You and Mike Kaufman. Hey, we're going to let y'all listen to Mike.
All right.
And I'm going to get out of the frame here, and like my mama said, I got a face for radio.
All right. Thank you, George.
Thank you, Noah.
After George, of course, is Pernell McDaniel, who is one of the preeminent songwriters
All right.
in our state.
George is he's usually really funny. He's
George?
I think-
Hey, George. I realize you're doing high finance business right now, George, but can we get Alan's mic on? Sorry, I know you got to collect money on the CD. No, man.
There it is. That's the thing about being a host, a million things to do. All right, so the reason I'm streaming is eOpenMic. I mentioned in my newsletter, which if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, go subscribe. I'm going to be doing stuff like this
Chico Feo,
maybe once a week. We'll see. That might be a lot. Maybe I can try to do twice a month. We'll see.
Audience and actually listening. Last week, I was here just to eat and drink.
Listen to him.
And I heard Alan when he did this tune called Bo Diddley Was a Gunslinger. And he did this thing that had the Bo Diddley beat. Now, if you're from here, you know that that's awful close to the Gullah Geechee clap. And so if you don't know about the Gullah culture, you need to. It's those are the folks we need to be grateful for shrimp and grits for. And ham. Yep, right. And the other thing that happened last week that was absolutely incredible was this guy Savant who got up and just blew everybody away with getting people physically involved in his music. So this song came out of that. This could be a train wreck, I'll be honest with you. There's lots of words and it's way new. So I'm gonna...
a beautiful train wreck though.
We shall see, all right? So at the moment it's called Get Up and Dance, and you are invited to do so. Oh, all my songs are sad and sweet, but now I need you to move your feet. If you hear this song, feel the beat.
So,
please get up and dance. See, we work so hard to
eOpenMic.
sing these songs that you're talking to each
The reason I'm streaming on eOpenMic is because that's what I'm doing right now, is taking a local, in real life, IRL open mic and turning it into an eOpenMic. So we're on the web.
Dance, dance, dance.
My idea here is to
You're the only
come out here and
dance,
talk to all the
dance,
performers.
dance.
Unfortunately, I'm in a really bad location, as I mentioned earlier,
Dance,
for
dance, dance
for
till
doing
the break
that.
of day.
But as soon as the table becomes available, I'm going to jump on it. But I don't know that it's going to happen tonight.
Here's the scary part. I'm floating in the middle of the sky. All I have are questions, and the questions start with why. Are you running while you're done? And I can't even say goodbye, cause you won't even stop just to look me in the eye. I wonder as I blunder through the fog in the haze snow.
Gotta come earlier next time, get a better shot.
Till my mind is on fire, my heart is
But-
all ablaze. I still haven't learned how to look both ways.
This is actually really cool. I could even add harmonies, you know. music, if I know it. They focus on original music here. It's the Soapbox open mic. George told me that earlier, I forgot. This is called the Soapbox. Hey, what's up, Hunter? How's it going? Pretty good.
Middle in the middle of the sky. All the questions and the questions start replying. I can run it like a gun and I can even say goodbye.
So,
Oh wow! Would you look at this? We're in. So how do you have both of us on? We're in the little square in the bottom. I see that.
I can. Since I'm filming here, unfortunately, I didn't get a table because it was completely packed. What I was wanting to do is set up on a table, and then
I think it's perfect. I think we look fantastic.
What I wanted to do is put like a person here and another person here, and so you just put the camera or the phone between, and it shoots this way and that way, and gets both.
I mean, I think this looks great anyhow.
Yeah. Hey, if you want to.
This place is packed on a Monday night.
Yeah. The Monday nights are amazing here.
Is this a normal thing?
Yeah. They do this every Monday.
I had to sign up for next week, today, tonight.
Yeah.
So.
What have you been up to, Hunter?
Well, I ended up just actually recently leaving my job.
Okay.
So now I'm focusing a little bit more on music and maybe trying to start my own business. So
Okay.
we'll see how that goes.
What are you looking at?
Maybe people out on what is it? Facebook? Is that what we're
We're
vlogging
on
to?
YouTube and Facebook.
YouTube and Facebook. Fantastic. Want me to introduce you? Well, cool.
So,
Do you need help with anything?
I'm just trying to run this cable. I'm trying. You guys can see. Okay. Trying to run it through here so you can have a better access to that if you want to use it.
Y'all give it up for Mike Kaufman. What about that shit? I'm sorry, I didn't say that out loud, did I? What about that wonderful music?
You can hear what's on there.
I think I'll play a couple.
See how it's coming through.
Oh wow. Yeah, that works fantastic.
Sweet.
I feel like I'm at like a sporting event.
It's pretty cool, right? I'm really excited about it. It's kind of fun to hear just everything through headphones.
It really is. And the Rams defense is coming out. We've got number 40. He's running towards the end zone.
Get him.
No one knows what reason why. He's running in the opposite play.
Right. Let him go.
Opposite direction of the play.
Let him go. So just so you know, like this is able to get audio straight from the board, or coming out of the speaker. So we're getting right what's coming out of George's guitar.
Oh, that's incredible.
And his mic. And so when he starts playing, you'll be able to hear that.
Man, if you take a look at that guitar, it's like, look at how gnarly that thing is. I love it.
Yeah.
That's got some years. That almost
it
looks
does.
like your
All right,
Yamaha.
man, it's great to see so many of y'all out here on Monday night. Sun's
his
not
guitar
even
was
down.
great.
Look at y'all. Woo! Y'all look good in the daylight. Woo! Me, I'm going to get 30% better looking in just about an hour. Sun goes down.
I've decided I'm gonna
Say
buy
I'll
a pair
play
of
couple here.
overalls
My
now.
name's George Fox.
Yeah. George pulls it off
And I
great.
play in a band called
Hey.
Big Stoner Creek with
You
my
put
guy
out a song
Jamie
recently
Crisp
working
over
with
there.
Sean Dolby, right?
Yeah, well, actually, kind of. We haven't
Tell
like
us.
released it at all quite yet, but we
I'm
kind of
not supposed to
record. I don't know. I mean, we're trying to release it like next month.
Okay.
But we'll see what ends up happening. It's called Outside Sydney. So yeah.
I listened to it. I liked it a lot. I thought I need to listen. It's been like a month, so I can't really remember like clear details, but it sounded good, and I like the song. Of course, you've got a great voice, and
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I heard that there's a new recording studio in Charleston called The Machine.
yeah, that's my recording studio.
Just dropping a little line here. Noah's got a new recording studio. It is pretty impressive the amount of equipment that he has in that garage. So,
All right, yeah, thank you. Yeah, come record with me. I just recorded with Kevin Roach. I'm gonna put those songs out on my Facebook and stuff, hopefully this week, so you guys can hear that and see what I did with his songs. If you know Kevin Roach, you can see what I was able to do with his acoustic renditions and kind of produce them and build them out. He just performed over at Southern Roots in West Ashley. Shout out to Kevin Roach. Hope that show went well. What else do you got going on, Hunter?
Let's see. Just came back from Maryland, so that was great. Got the chance to visit some family.
Right on.
I got myself a JC 120 amp.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you about that.
Yeah.
Yes, I went and played an open mic with Noah a few months ago, and I ended up plugging into his amp called a Roland JC 120, and oh my gosh, I had no idea what I was missing out on. But plugged in, and I was like, I have to get one for myself. There's no chance I can't.
Yeah, me either. My wife wasn't happy when I bought it, to be honest. But when I heard it play, I just I didn't realize amps were that important.
I know, neither did I. I was like, wow, the cleanest sound I've ever played.
Yeah,
so.
it's like it kind of like opens your ear. It's like
it's got does that like ping pong sound, like a bow wow 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 on the other side, you know?
Yeah,
but
I felt like I was in comprehending reality more.
It was the awkward pauses.
Yes, exactly. It was like I felt smarter. I felt like an improved version of Hunter Fike.
Yeah, right on.
After playing that amp.
Do you have any gigs coming up, or what's your?
Actually, I'm playing over at let's see, the Oyster Candle Company over on Mount Pleasant. Let me look at my first gig with them.
If I time the wind just right, surrender inhibition and jump with all my mind. Well, Jump says what he did. He lingered for a while, and just before he hit the ground, he saw Mona Lisa smile.
Yeah, actually, I'm playing over at Oyster Candle Company on March 31st, which is in 3 days. And probably starting around, I want to say 6. So.
Is that a Thursday?
Yes.
Nice.
I believe so. I know it's just March 31st. That's all I know.
March 31st.
Yes, exactly.
Be there or be square.
Exactly.
Yeah. I might come out with that actually. I don't think I have anything on Thursday. Let me check my calendar. No, I can't. Is there? But I'll look at it.
Oh, I'm figuring it out.
Listen to
Takes the
George.
most of my day. Figuring it out, man. One mistake at a time. My theory is that if you'll eventually run out of things to mess up, right? As long as you don't repeat, you know, and I'm working on it strongly. I got to be getting near the end of it at this point. Thanks, Shelly. Appreciate it. So I'm going to try a new song, brand new song. I'm not even sure if I like it. I'm not really sure what it's about. Wesley Moore liked it, though, so I guess I will. I'll take his word for it. And I very well may.
There we go. Now we're back in business.
But you know what the hell? I got to.
I'm just feeling bad for you.
No, we're good. We're good. I was about to run to my car and go grab my beach chair, but this ended up working out perfect.
Nice.
We throw it out there and see how it's received.
Noah, when's your next gig?
When is it? Oh, I'm hosting Mike Club tomorrow night. The open mic in Southern Roots, West Ashley Park Circle.
Oh wow.
We're doing 7:30 to 10:30. We've been having a keyboard player coming out lately. Gene, who just crushes it on keys. We've been putting in a full drum set. Yeah. I think you might have a lot of fun with the keys, but
I'm down. I'm very down. In fact, I think I'll probably be there tomorrow night. So
right on.
For anyone of you watching, Southern Roots tomorrow night, 7:30.
Yeah. It's been awesome. Actually, St. Patrick's Day weekend was absolutely sick. That weekend, I guess that Tuesday. The Tuesday before St. Patrick's Day, the turnout there, I don't know why, but it was just amazing, and everyone stuck around, and we had just a great turnout for in terms of performers as well.
Oh heck yeah!
So it was just beautiful. So I'm trying to. Hopefully that can happen many more times.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
We're praying real hard over here.
Because that was the vision. I got to see it. It's just hard to get it to happen, every single week. But open mics can be. You can get your perspective on this too, Hunter. I think open mics sometimes can be they can put people off. Like people think, it's just an open mic. They don't go there to really get their entertainment. Instead, they're going to pay $30 or $60 to go see somebody play and be really far away from them. But there's just some fantastic music that happens at open mics, and it's also the basic source of community. It's one of them. It's a basic source of community, especially in the art scene. So anytime you can get people to actually just come in and really be there for it, I think it's really cool. It's not always easy to do.
Exactly. No, I mean, I think there's a place for open mics that just, I think it's so overlooked most of the time, and that like it gives people a place to start from, and then on top of that, you just like never know what's gonna happen. It's always good. It's always a shot in the dark. It's like you might have some crazy talented musician that just like looked up your open mic online, and they just came to town. They just moved to town, or they're in town for a little short stint, and then I remember the first night. I think it was the first time I came to your open mic, and then we just started jamming and just playing off of each other, and it was like, man, it was like instant musical chemistry, and that's where the magic happens, is those like spontaneous moments, and that's what open mics do. They give you that like that open space to be able to do that. So
you can also get people that you would never see otherwise, but you get both ends of the spectrum, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's true. It can be bad sometimes. But one of the things, like with open mics, especially for the performers, it can get old performing for the same performers week after week after week, and that's what can make it so much more enjoyable. What it just does, when you have an engaged audience, it just makes everything better, and then the performers have so much more fun on stage. And anyway, we had an amazing time on the day before St. Patrick's, or the Tuesday before St. Patrick's Day. We've got a pretty steady turnout these days, and getting a nice full mix and a lot of jams, a lot of spontaneous jams. And it's been a lot of fun. Anyway, but that's not where we are. We are at Folly Beach.
Chico Feo.
Chico Feo.
Probably one of the coolest venues in all of Charleston.
It really is pretty cool. It's like, it's got such a down-to-earth vibe.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like it's like the source.
The source. This is the heart. This is the mecca of what?
Of dirt. I don't know. The word. I just think like this is like the base. I feel like there's not a more down-to-earth venue in all of Charleston, as far as I know.
This is pretty down to earth. Again, like I haven't even been here before, and this is rocking my world. So, if you've never been to Chico Feo and you're watching this, you gotta come make it out here. It is awesome.
What I was talking about with open mics, when you get a general audience that really converges with the artist community. That's what you have here, and you have it like every single week, which is really phenomenal. So, props to George and everybody that's made that happen.
Well, I still don't know. But anyway, that was pretty new. And I messed it up. What should I play, Jamie? The New Abnormal. I was just thinking that. Great minds, right? Small minds. Hey, it's good to see y'all. Me and Jamie Chris play in a band called Big Sterner Creek, and we just finished our first record in a really long time. When we did our last record, they didn't have streaming or anything like that, so that's kind of interesting now. Everybody talks about, wow, you only get paid like a 9/10 of a cent for every time they play it. I'm like, holy crap, do you know what we had to do in 1994 to get people to hear your music? We had to hand it to them and beg them to play it. Now it's just out there, wherever you go, right? So that's kind of cool. But enough of that. The New Abnormal, as I look for my...
That's a pretty big accomplishment. Me being a musician myself is like, one of the hardest things is like actually getting your music out there and finally getting it to that level of where it's recorded and people can actually experience your music.
It's not in my pocket.
I don't know if most people really put a lot of effort or like even know how much effort goes into
that, quarantine thing
posting
they had
an
on?
album
like,
or releasing an album.
Like 2 years ago?
But that's a big deal that he just did.
About a day and a half into that quarantine, I decided that it was going to be a struggle for me and all the time I was going to spend with myself. So I wrote this song where I asked the question.
On that subject,
where do you go to get away from yourself?
I approached it. It'd be interesting to hear your perspective
on this. If anybody's got an answer,
I approached it from
everywhere I go, there I am.
I approached it from like that how to say. I used to put so much energy and focus into trying to produce the like. I don't know. Like I felt like it needed to sound a certain way,
Right.
and I needed to. Otherwise, it wouldn't be listened to, or it just needed to hit a certain standard. And now I'm like completely flipping on that. Well, I don't know if that's the way to say it. Now I'm not worrying about that at all, and I'm just gonna make literally what I want to make, and just
You're gonna make it. You're gonna release it, and
Yeah.
then put a flag in the ground and let it be.
just let it be.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know. That's the thing with music is that like I'll go from one project to another from like on a weekly basis, and like the song that I might have written like 2 weeks ago is just like I don't even want to touch it anymore. And so, you know, when you're like getting to the point where you're able to just record your music, get it released, and get it all done like within a fast span while you're still inspired about it, sure, you know. I feel like that's also key, you know.
Yeah.
If I had not,
I'm
this would be where I'd do it.
this year I took a different approach with I'm planning like I used to always write. I got to the point. Well, there's two different. I see sort of two different sides to this. Like I've known people that want to write a song every day, and they look at it in terms of they need to produce as many as possible, and then over the course of time they're going to get really good, and where some of them are going to be good, some of them. And I would always take the other side. I didn't want to write unless I was inspired, and because I felt like I was going to write a crappy song every time. But this year I'm actually taking a different approach and just I'm going to do it steady. I'm going to write a song every month, just one song a month, and try to make it as good as I can in that month, and not worry about what the result is.
Right, and produce a song within
Yeah.
the same that same song. Okay, got it. See, that makes a lot of sense.
Just write one song, produce it, try to make the best version of it I can, and then just see what it is and not worry about it. Put it there and not have this like expectation that any song needs to hit a certain standard. Just put my best foot forward for that month and see what happens.
You know, it's interesting too. My mom's she's a painter. She's an artist. She's a muralist, and the same kind of principles also kind of apply to different art forms. Of where she'll start a piece of art and she'll get like 3/4 of the way finished, and then she just puts it down and then never touches it again. You know, and that finishing a song is sometimes one of the hardest things to do. And I'll sit throughout, say, like a course of a month, and I might come up with like 20, 30 ideas. Maybe like 2 of them might see the 3/4 portion of a song, and then maybe 1 or 2, if I'm lucky, might actually get completely written. But each one of us has our different way of like writing.
Give it up for Mikey. He's working
Well,
hard
that
here.
last-
Enjoying this ice and drinks. Good work, Mikey.
That last 5%
He's
on
part
your
of the,
song, or like the
Poppin'
last
Out and Surf
10% is
Connections.
annoying.
Dude, it is a
Buy their stuff.
it's a
So
drop.
anyway, that was
It's a
it.
trade.
That was me. That was my time. My name's George Fox. If anybody wants a record, come see me. I'll be glad to help you get one. If you're not into that kind of thing, we're out there in the world in the streaming platforms. So if you like it, you know, share it with your friends. If you don't like it, share it with people you want to annoy. So I'm good with either way. Next up, we got our featured artist. We got Pernell McDaniel, and he's got some buddies that are going to be playing with him. Pernell has been on fire as a songwriter recently, and it's really blown my mind. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say it or not, but there's somebody who's a national level recording person that's going to do some of his songs. So that's really cool to hear that. And I'll get off the stage now, and we'll get them sound checked, and we'll get Pernell McDaniel up here, and he'll entertain us. Thank y'all.
I'm hoping. Oh no. What happened?
I heard a pop.
Yeah, pulled
Pops are never fun.
Yeah.
They always give you one of these looks when you're on stage. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, dang it.
I've never had anything happen whenever, like, I feel like, the pop is kind of pulling a plug before it's turned off. It's like the cardinal sin of, like, plugging guitars in or whatever. But
Yeah. It's like one of the 7 deadly sins of a musician's
yeah.
musicianship. You mean?
But I don't think I've ever heard of anybody's speaker ever being damaged. I shouldn't say.
I have not
I
either.
never. So I don't even.
Speaking
know.
of, have you ever blown a speaker?
No.
That's the real question.
No, I don't think I have. No, I think maybe headphones once. You?
I mean, like I've run headphones through the washer and then they're done, kind of thing. But I don't think I've ever blown one by having them too loud. If that answers your question.
I accidentally ran a pair of headphones through a headphone output splitter. Right?
Oh, yeah?
So, and then I had to run that into another splitter, but it actually wasn't a splitter, it was a mixer, and it wasn't working. And then all of a sudden it was working, and I had all the levels.
And then just went kaboom, like in your ears.
Yeah, burst into flame. That would be kind of crazy.
It came falling down, falling down in pieces.
So if you know anything about recording, like if you're running headphones, so first the headphones have a volume of their own, then it's going through a mixing board or an audio interface. That volume was max, then into the next headphone, which was max, then into the next thing, which was max. So it's like max.
Oh, that's
it's
bad.
Like,
it's like exponential growth.
It's exponential volume. And so that was as loud as those headphones have ever been, for sure. And unfortunately,
did you pop them? Did they actually break?
I don't know. They were my bandmates, and they were on his head. Sorry, Brett.
Man must have lost his hearing that night.
Shoo-wee. Yeah, but I blame Amazon because
this is Amazon's fault. Let's be real about whose fault it really is here.
Amazon did not label, or was the Amazon seller? They did not label that very well, and I thought I was buying a headphone splitter, not like a tiny portable mixer. So
you are revealing a bit of your age here with the headphone splitter. I will say that.
Is there what's the deal? How is it? They don't use those anymore?
Oh, dude, those are Fred Flintstone level. Level. Granted, actually, it's not that bad.
Is everyone using Bluetooth now?
Yeah. Bluetooth headphones is the thing now. But the thing is, once they changed the iPhone jack from it being just a regular charging cable with the auxiliary cord to just the standard lightning port, that's when the game changed. It really started to shift for like the headphones, because then you could no longer do the headphone splitter. Okay. Like that just like wasn't a thing.
Gotcha.
But I feel like the headphone splitter was really the thing with like the Walkman, or like the disc player that you throw on your side.
We're using a headphone splitter right now.
Oh, really? You know what? I take it back.
No, but this, I would never use this, because except you had to use this device to do this. It only has an 1/8" jack for this.
Is that another microphone on the end of it?
Yes, it is.
Is that like a condenser?
Yeah, this, I'm not sure if it is a condenser, actually. I don't think it is, but it's a stereo microphone, just capturing kind of the ambient.
The ambiance. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, this is so fun.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah. I came out with the tape decks here one time.
The tape decks. I love the tape decks.
Yeah.
And shout out to Glinderman. What's his name? Caleb and Bryce. Bryce? Is Bryce?
No, it's not Bryce.
I know it starts with B. Come on.
No.
He's gonna watch this, and then I'm gonna be in trouble.
I know. But it's not that I honestly, I probably wouldn't remember any of these names. I have one of these mental fogs right now.
It's all that beer you're drinking right now.
Bruce.
Bruce, that's it. Bruce, if you're watching this, shout out to you, Bruce. You get a special hug.
See, and
I'm so sorry, Bruce.
Saw a picture of Bruce with a giant fish today. Bruce Edgar. There we go. And
that man can play some guitar. Ooh, can he play some guitar? Caleb on the banjo.
Yeah, and Caleb can play some harmonica.
Yeah, dude, he can rip on a harmonica.
He's really good. Yeah.
Garrett's just average in general.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Totally kidding. Garrett, if you end up watching this, I look up to you in guitar. Don't worry.
Yeah, Garrett. They probably
honestly,
need to get rid of.
I really hope they end up watching this at this point.
Yeah, they probably need to get rid of Garrett, to be honest. But they'll have that conversation
Go figure.
eventually.
Yeah, what can you do? Yeah, just get rid of the lead singer. It's not gonna work anymore.
Yeah. It's good. He's got to step up his songwriting game. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
Exactly.
think that's one of the big problems. All right.
Check out this guitar. This thing is all mahogany.
All right.
All right.
It's got a really tinny sound that's typical of like mahogany acoustic guitars. But gotta love a good Martin from time to time.
Oh, they got the keyboard up here too.
Woo!
This is pretty cool. I've never seen print out like this.
Oh man.
So I'm hoping he plays a song called "The Seeds You Sow."
Seeds You Sow. Is this
Yeah.
like that's his main shtick, the
I think
main
so.
single? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I imagine he's written a lot of songs, but that's when I first started coming here, maybe 2 years ago. He was playing that song, and then he did a big release.
Hey, welcome to Chico Feo.
Essentially for that song at
right,
Burns
y'all.
Alley.
Here we go. Like I say, this guy, man, he's been coming out here since the beginning, and immediately I thought
I like
he had good songs. And then all of a sudden, in the last 3 or 4 months, he's just been coming every week with something brand new, and they've been really enjoyable. I don't know if he's going to play his new ones, his old ones.
Oh, man.
I don't know what he's going to do, but
Always love new
regardless
music.
of what he does,
Yeah.
it's going to be good. And he's got a couple guests up there. We got Alex Goyette over there on the piano. We got Jamie Crisp here. So let's give him some love, y'all. Pernell McDaniel.
Who wants to go out and have some fun? Hit the road and just rip and run. I need a smoking hot rock and roll show. I can't sit around this house no more. How about a good old county fair? Grab your friends and I'll meet you there. I'll jump in that V8 crank her up and put the pedal to the floor. Let's go bowling and drink some brew. Get crazy like we used to do. I want to go out and have some fun.
This is when I want a tambourine. Which side of-
Is this it? This is the one?
No, this isn't. It's not.
It's still great though. It's still
yeah,
great.
Yeah. This is a jam.
I'll be a night out on the town. But let's go party and really get down. Let's go dancing in the hip hop club. Have a drink or two and really cut up. I can't sit around this house all day. But let's go scooter, pooping around and play. I wanna go out and have some fun. I wanna go out and rip and run.
So I feel like I'm trying to like understand the mix, like what I feel of the mix. I feel like overall it's good. I almost want to hear more bass a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like the bass needs a little bit more
little
to it.
bit more.
Still sounds great though. Won't deny that.
Like,
I really think I'm about to lose my
okay,
mind.
there you go.
I need a doobie and a shot of shine. I need a smoking hot party girl. I'll treat her right and take her around the world. I wanna go out on
But I
the
feel
town.
like even just a cajon up there could like really do some justice.
I think I brought a
I ain't stopping
cajon.
till I'm good
know?
and done. I'm gonna
Did you
go
really?
out and rip and run. I ain't
That's a
stopping
line
till
I-
I see the sun. I'm gonna go
yeah.
out and rip and
I could be peer pressured into doing it and then would regret it. Probably. You know. Not because it wouldn't help, but they would be like, you know.
It's like get off my stage,
Get off my stage. Yeah.
right now. Woo!
All right.
Sorry if you're watching this. I might have screamed in your ear, but I might have blown out their headphones.
We're just trying to give you the full experience.
Yeah.
CDs,
We want
CDs,
it
so.
to not only be something you see, but something you experience as well
Yes.
from your home.
Yeah, it's an educational, you know, we talked about headphones blowing up earlier, so
Granddaddy was a hard-working country man.
you only learn from, you know, the actual experience.
Exactly.
Sweat of his
Best way to
brow,
learn.
he worked his land.
I think this is it.
He started his
Yeah,
day
this is it.
at break
It's a
of
good
dawn.
song.
Took care of us
Wanna turn it
till
up a
we
little.
were grown. Well, when the cotton got high and the winter came on, and the days got short and the nights got long, We'd sit by the fire and from the Bible he read. And he'd warn us to do what the good book said. He said, young man, what do you do when this old world is through with you? Young man, what do you know? What'll become of the seeds you sow? The seeds you sow.
That's a nice song.
Well, when the sun sank low in the western sky, he'd talk about the days before Grandma died. And we could see in his eyes how he loved her so. The Lord called her home and she had to go. And on Sunday we'd go and visit her grave and say a little prayer our soul she'd save. Then we'd all kneel and Granddaddy would pray. And sometimes we'd go, but he would stay. And he'd say, young man, what'll you do when this old world is through with you? Young man, what do you know? What'll become of the seeds you sow? The seeds you sow. Then Granddaddy joined his one true love. There was never one man I was prouder of. No, there'd never be another one like him. There never was before, never will again. He said, young man, what'll you do when this old world is through with you? Young man, what do you know? What'll become of the seeds you sow? He said, young man, what'll you do when this old world is through with you?
Wow.
You like it?
That song's really well written.
Yeah.
Very well
Oh,
written.
this is a brand new
I mean, like,
song.
I could
just
hear that
wrote
on the
this
radio
actually a
kind
few
of thing,
weeks.
you know?
I think so.
Yeah,
We'll see if we can do
that's
it.
got some serious potential for sure.
There's a number of words that just jump out to me, and that always, I don't know, maybe that's the way I process it. Is like, I've listened to so many songs at this point in my life. You know, I've been to so many open mics and just heard a massive number of music. It's too much to remember, and so much of the time it's very similar. You know.
Yeah.
Million questions I could not
Let
read.
me turn it down a little bit.
Was there something that I missed? Either caught somewhere between the lines, or hidden by the stars.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
We're doing a live stream right now.
Several ways to go, and if you stay, it was
And then there goes the headphones.
warms my soul.
A little bit farther on distance, and you're
Never
dandy.
gets old,
Great, like right here for you.
Introduce yourself.
Here. You can hear yourself.
We have a guest. We don't.
10,000 miles can't
We'll-
keep
we'll,
our hearts apart.
Here's our guest. Guest, what's your name?
Been that way right
My
from
name
the
is
start.
Fallon.
There you go.
Like white
We got
whiskey
Fallon. So
sands
Fallon,
on the west, we watched
I
the
was just
beach.
curious
I'll be the wind
What's going on? This band is fucking awesome.
Right on. What brings you to Chico Feo? Are you
Chico Feo!
All right. Do you? All right. All right, everybody. That was Fallon. Thank you, Fallon.
Never
Thank you,
gets
Fallon. Have a
old,
good night.
never turns to gray.
All right.
I'm not sure what happened.
This headphone. Here, I'll get it. You want to grab the mic? And I'll get this.
Oh, there we go.
It looks
Like a seagull with white wings.
that headphone has tripped me up like at least 20 times.
I thought I was about to break it. I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely thought I was about to break it.
So before we got to meet Fallon, we were talking about his song and how like there's different lines that jump out. So when you hear just massive amounts of music,
The embers glow, never fades away.
for me, sometimes you can go to autopilot when you're at open mics or whatever, and especially when I've been hosting a lot. And so then when lines really jump out and resonate, it's like, okay, there must be something about that line, that was interesting enough that it caught my conscious attention.
Oh, yeah.
And I think there's a handful of different ones. For one line for me is just young man, what do you know? What'll you do when this old world is through with you? I like that line just because it's in like the old, acknowledging in such a short way. I mean, that's one of the really great things about songs is when you can say a lot with as little as possible.
Yeah.
And this old world, just saying that the world is way older than any of us are, and it's like, we think we understand it, but it's like, man, we only been a tiny amount of time.
Yeah.
So it's a cool reminder. It's a simple song, but it's really nice.
Yeah.
This is an old song.
It's almost like, for the most part, when you are writing a song,
wrote
it's
this
like
song,
the simpler, the better.
stranded
It's,
on a,
if you
oyster
can
bed in the
simplify
middle of
like an
Hollywood.
emotion or a feeling into something that's like shorter or
Yeah.
that like encompasses so much. You're right.
It's called Water, Water.
I mean that. I kind of think that's
I was out
maybe
of
one of the
time. I
building
had
blocks
plenty
to
of
like some
liquor.
really great lyrics out there.
Yeah. Yeah, music is interesting. It's also like, I don't know, because like the words themselves, it's not so complicated, Young man, what do you know? What'll become of the seeds you sow? Young man, what do you do when this old world's through you? But, so much is contained in delivery, you can take simple words and, if he sings it, you might experience something, and then if somebody else experiences it, could mean something very different.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
and then a lot of also like the thing with art, or specifically say music, is that like your pronunciation or your tonation or I think about like dynamic singers, like say Adele, for instance. She does such a good job of like bringing it really loud when she needs to, and then bringing it back when she doesn't. But it creates this like this roller coaster effect through her songs, and it's also emotional. I think that's maybe something that a lot of say artists from open mics can sometimes really miss. Or I don't know. I guess that's something that really makes like somebody with really great music stand out.
All was good.
It's when they can sort of take
Like
you on
dynamic
the
singing,
dynamics.
you know what I mean?
Turned cold and then came fall.
Oh yeah.
And it was water, water everywhere. And all the forts did shrink. Water, water everywhere. But not a drop to drink.
Hunter, have you ever written songs from the with the intent, or the fundamental purpose behind the song is you want to present it for your audience, like in terms of it's written specifically for the live performance? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yes,
Yeah?
I have.
Okay.
I have. I wrote a song called "Phone in the Sand," and if anyone's listening, and hopefully those that are listening don't end up getting ruined with surprise, but I ended up actually going to the beach, Sullivan's Island. I lost my phone, and then my friend was like, "Oh, dude, you got to write a song about that." I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll write a song about it." So we started writing a song called "I Left My Phone in the Sand," and then there's this line where I go, "When I realized," and then I just pause. I pause and then I look for my phone throughout like the whole audience or on the stage or anything.
Right on.
And I mean, if you have the right crowd, it grabs everybody's attention. It's like, what? Why did the music just stop? Like, what's going on? Is he okay?
Yeah.
Like, he's looking around for everything, and then I get back to the guitar and I go, "I left my phone in the sand," you know. But like,
it's fun.
It grabs people's attention. So how about you? What's an example? I'm sure you've written one.
No, actually, I don't know that I have. I always wrote music from just wanting to write for myself, but that's now that I've done more performing, that's something I'm planning to work on a lot. So just like, all right, La Bamba and Footloose. Those are the two songs that I have that are my go-tos if I want people to dance, or if people are in the mood to dance. Or if the energy's low and I'm just bombing, then I always go to those because it's like they have like a 99% rate.
That's what a country boy sounds like trying to play reggae music.
So that's what I'm thinking to start trying to write are songs like that, or write from the perspective of what would be really useful
like
for me to
audience
have
participation,
where
they get people pulled into what you're doing on the stage.
Yeah.
You know, specifically in like say an open mic setting too. That can be
yeah.
one of the most challenging things. But if you can nail it,
yeah.
Like if you got 3 songs and you're able to get a crowd going, you're able to pull them in and just zone them in on your 3 songs, man. I think there's something to be said for that.
Okay.
For sure.
Like an achievement kind of thing. Like
what'd you say?
Like an achievement.
Yeah. I feel like there's definitely
it's
like
tough.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy.
Yeah.
Just words to
I mean, there's a full range. You know, you can.
Oh yeah.
My goal is that at the end of the gig, we all ascend to heaven. That's that's like we had such a good time.
We just all leave our bodies.
Yeah.
We look down.
Yeah. And so far, I've not achieved that. But
one day we might get there.
Just need to write the right song.
But dude, you know that would be like the optimal way to go out. I feel like
nice.
You know, just end the show and then boom, we all just rise up on the wings of eagles.
We've got this. My band, Noah and the Space Ark, has a song called UFO, which I think is if that song ever gets discovered, I mean, it's as good as any pop. It's just like a perfect pop song, I think. But anyway, that would be a good song to go out on. At the end, Brett, the guitar player, he has some pedals that he uses to make it really sounds like a UFO that's like flying around and like beaming you down, and so then we all look up. You know.
It's like, what is going on?
But we actually need to levitate. You know.
I feel like I need to hear this song now.
Yeah.
Can you do it live? Can he do it live, or is it like? It's a pretty complicated endeavor.
No. We do it live.
You do it live too.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's kind of cool.
No, it's honestly a really dope song. It was pretty amazing. It's the first song we wrote together as a band, all of us like having different parts, and we just crushed it.
Oh man, I love that.
It's really like almost the only song we've written so far, but
that is one of the best things about like writing with other people though, is that it is like it's like each one of us has our own like little like color palette.
Yes.
And then you get together and it's like you make a painting with the colors that you have, but your colors are different from the person over there.
Yeah.
And then you're able to add like different shades and different hues that like you wouldn't have been able to create just on your own.
Yeah. If you could take it I think the hard part is you don't necessarily always agree in the direction that it goes.
Yeah.
But if you can all agree, I mean, 100%. This UFO song that we came up with, it has sections that I could never have written, you know, and they're awesome. So it's but yeah, getting it to all come together can be a challenge. Yeah. Digging this part right now.
Yeah, dude. Piano's shredding.
Yeah.
Now time's cast the lines on my memory.
I'm kind of looking around to see who I know here, if I know anyone.
Yeah.
Left me adrift at sea.
So far, it's Noah. It's Noah Grove.
So sad.
That's all right though.
It's no small endeavor. No, it's no small endeavor. No, it's no small endeavor. No small endeavor. No, it's no small endeavor. Oh man, thank you so much.
You know, I love the fact that he's got like this little rip in his jacket, like his.
Oh yeah.
He's got that
Oh,
rip
yeah,
in the
yeah.
armhole and down below. If you get the chance, if you can see it. From
Yeah.
Where you're looking, it just like it adds to the whole vibe. It's
Yeah.
like, oh man, it's perfect.
He's probably had that shirt a long time. You know what I mean? It's or it could be that he before the, you know, he bought this shirt.
Maybe he bought it like that.
It's
like ripped jeans.
Right,
It's a
ripped shirt.
ripped jacket.
I mean, I don't see why not.
She wore tie-dye.
Or he could have bought the shirt normal and then like spent a few hours just getting tearing it out just right.
That's it.
Had no place to go.
Yeah.
And I knew she
Restroom.
was a rainbow.
You know what it is?
Restroom's over there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back in a few.
Right on.
Rainbows need room to grow. Rainbows need room to grow. And when the sun goes down, she goes into her darkness, praying for dawn. She dances in misty dreams, and now she sings like a faded memory of a story never told. Rainbows need room to grow. Rainbows need room to grow. Rainbows need room to grow.
Audio device is maybe gonna run out of batteries. I went over and bought some new batteries just a minute ago, but might die here in a second.
Nothing's changed.
I'm probably gonna head out after.
She's rolling around getting thin. It's 2 a.m. and she says she didn't know.
This performance.
It's the same old lines. Growing pains come and go like a prism sky. And rainbows need room to grow. Rainbows need room to grow.
I think I heard him perform this song maybe a year and a half ago or 2 years ago when he first wrote it. And
room to grow. when the sun goes down, she goes into her darkness, praying for dawn. She dances in misty dreams, and now she sings a faded memory of a story never told. Rainbows need room to grow. Rainbows need room to grow. Rainbows need room to grow. Hard to go home. Middle. It's hard to go home.
There we go.
Middle of the day. Being alone is the price that you pay. The walls closing. The sun goes down. The air gets thin and the silence gets loud. And the clock on the wall ticks in your head. It's hard to recall the things that you say. Nothing rings true. Nothing seems right. What do you do in the blink of an eye? Where have you been?
That last song, Rainbows Need Room to Grow. I said I felt I heard that song when he first wrote it and it came out. And he had a pretty rough set of his own admission. He was saying it on stage. But it was cool because he was trying out some new stuff, fleshing out some new stuff. So you get a pretty clear view into the process, how things sound. Anyway, pretty cool to hear it again and hear how much it has evolved. And that's one of the really cool things about songwriting is you start out with something and it might change a lot, and that one did, and it became a lot smoother. It was a little more melodic and a little more sweeping, I would say. And it worked, and that worked so much better for the melody.
Where have you been? Where did you go? Who did you see? What do they know? Why did you stay? What did you do to see the light in someone so cruel? And the meaning's unclear, the structure awry. Feeling is gone in the blink of an eye. Alrighty. Hey, we're going to end this one up on an old Johnny Cash song. He turned the water into wine. He turned the water into wine. In that little Canaan town, the word went all around. He turned the water into wine. He walked upon the Sea of Galilee. He walked upon the Sea of Galilee. They shouted far and wide. He called the raging tide. He walked upon the Sea of Galilee. He turned the water into wine. He turned the water into wine. In that little Canaan town, the word went all around. He turned the water into wine. He fed the hungry multitude. He fed the hungry multitude. He said everyone was fed with a little bit of fish and bread. He fed the hungry multitude. He turned the water into wine. He turned the water into wine. In that little Canaan town, the word went all around. He turned the water into wine.
The table opened up, but not in the best spot. Completely side stage.
Turned the water
I think I'm gonna power out through this spot.
in that little Canaan town, the word went all around. He turned the water into wine. He turned the water into wine. He turned the water into wine. In that little Canaan town, the word went all around. He turned the water into wine. 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 Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, George Fox. Thank you, Chico Feo. You can find me on all your streaming medias and www.purnellmcdaniel.com. Thank you. Buy my record. Thank you so much.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Y'all give it up for Purnell McDaniel, Alex Coyette, and Jamie Crisp. Purnell wrote all those songs, though, except for the Johnny Cash song. Remember? Johnny Cash wrote the Johnny Cash song. All right, so next up we got it's going to be a few minutes till we get the stage clear, but we got a brand new person to our family tonight, and I tell you what, I'm excited about her. She's got a great hat on. Meredith Foster's coming up next. Give us about 5 or 10 minutes, and we're going to be rolling with more great music. One more round of applause for those guys, y'all. Put your hands together, Purnell McDaniel and his songwriting self.
Purnell. That's what we said. Purnell or Purnell? There's one thing about this open mic. It is packed right now. All right. Hunter's back.
Back and better than ever. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if anyone's tuned in or if anyone is currently watching, but this next chick, her name is Meredith Foster. I actually just ran into her on my way to the bathroom.
Nice.
And I actually ended up seeing her at an open mic like months ago. I haven't seen her since.
Okay.
But your jaw is about to drop kind of thing. Like holy goodness. Like,
Okay.
But
Check this out.
yeah, she does that like singer-songwriter. Hey, great work. Loved your stuff. Was that Song in the Seed? What was that song? What's it called?
The Seeds You Sow.
The Seeds You Sow. Oh, that's it, yeah.
Hey, Purnell. Hey, Purnell. Hey, Purnell. Hey, I'm live streaming. We're live streaming to my Facebook page. I do a thing called eOpenMic.
Nice. Okay.
And,
I've seen that.
And if you just want, maybe you could just tell them about your performance or any music you're releasing or anything like that you want people to.
So I got a new single out. It's called Green New Deal, and I'm going in the studio this summer to release it. But until then, buy my record, Seeds You Sow. It's 11 original songs, and you can find it on all streaming medias.
Hoorah. That's awesome.
Yeah, we were talking
Love
about
it, man.
I appreciate y'all.
I've been listening to. I've been coming out here like for a couple of years, off and on. I came quite a bit like 2 years ago, and I got to see you play a lot. And I've always loved your Seeds You Sow song. I mean, I think that's a pretty well loved song at this point, right?
It's really well written. Very well written.
Yeah, right on.
We're doing
All right,
this,
yeah,
man.
for sure.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Great song.
Yeah.
Great song.
Yeah, check it out. Purnell McDaniel, The Seeds You Sow. It's a good song to listen to. It's just like, I think some songs are just, they're really good reminders. That's a way that I like to think about a lot of music or just anything in general. Put stuff in your head that's going to help the way you think. That's a good one. All right, so Meredith, you said
Meredith Foster.
Meredith Foster.
Dude, like I said,
What's
she's about to blow your mind. I like to think of her as like maybe kind of like that Casey Musgraves kind of feel.
Okay.
Or what's her name? She sings. No. There she is, ladies and gents. Meredith Foster. She could be the next big name in country. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Who's the one who sings House That Built? Miranda Lambert. That's the kind of feel that you also get from her, too.
Okay. Plugging in a live kill.
They popped it again.
And we have a direct feed to that.
2 sins, 3 sins this evening. I heard a third pop.
Yeah.
Oof.
George. If you watch this, I don't know. You can do whatever you want. It's your PA. but it's in our heads right now. It's in our headphones right now. So
Come on, George. You can do better.
We know that like. I know that's a very unusual thing that you have people have headphones to your board, but all right. What kind of guitar?
So her mom or her dad works for like this guitar company, and sells these guitars.
Yeah.
And that's actually that's one of the guitars that I think her dad sells.
That's awesome.
I think it's koa wood.
So she's got music in her blood.
Exactly.
Yeah. She came up in a house that they produce guitars.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, if only that was my childhood.
Yeah.
Meredith went to Ole Miss, so that's a fun fact.
Okay.
Ole Miss, she moved down here. I think she's working in marketing now. I can't remember. But
right on.
Yeah.
Shout out to John Greer.
Right,
John, if you're out there.
Every
time I think of hear Old Miss, I think of John Greer. He's
she's the
a friend
first
of mine
time here. She's never even hung
Tennessee.
out. She got in touch with me. I checked out some of her music on the Instagram. I liked it. She plays every Wednesday at the Elliottboro Mini Bar. If you're ever downtown, go check her out there. I approve of her headwear. You know what the hell? That's a strong hat there. So make her feel welcome so she'll come back to see us. Meredith Foster, everybody.
How's it going, Chico Feo? Man, y'all are awesome. All right, like George said, my name is Meredith Foster. I'm a singer-songwriter from Wildwood, Missouri. I just moved here August of last year from Mississippi, actually. And this is my first time at Chico Feo, so y'all freaking rock. This is great. First, I want to start off by giving my girl Abby right here a quick birthday shout-out. Happy birthday, y'all. Yeah,
Happy birthday, Abby.
I'm going to do some originals tonight, if y'all are cool with that. And I like to say that when I play songs, I kind of tell you a little bit of the story behind it because I want to be in your world and I want you to be in mine. So this first tune is a song that I wrote actually pretty recently, and it was about a guy that told me that he only dates blonde girls, and I said, okay, fair enough, you know, I can't hate you for that, I get it. And I said, this is not supposed to be a bitchy song, it just is what it is. So this is a tune that I wrote called I'm Not Blonde, and I hope you like it. Well, I swear you'd strike a match if Miranda gave you kerosene. And I know Carrie'd make you think real long and hard before you cheat. It's okay, I understand, I won't try to hold your hand. Preferences aren't personal, they say. Well, let's trade that cup of tea for a double shot of whiskey. Now I'll be on my way, 'cause I'm not blonde, honey, I'm just dumb. 'Cause I've been singing every song to match your tune. I'm not Miss Americana, I'm not Miss South Carolina, and I guess I'll never be the one for you. That's alright, I'll just pray for platinum records and keep my natural roots. It's fine, baby, you can't change your heart and I wouldn't want you to. And I think we can agree it's just as simple as it seems. 1 + 1 don't have to equal 2. Well, I won't hold it against you, or that dime you're standing next to. Keep the bleach, I'll keep the fake to roll on through. 'Cause I'm not blonde, honey, I'm just dumb. 'Cause I've been singing every song to match your tune. I'm not Miss Americana, I'm not Miss South Carolina, and I guess I'll never be the one for you too.
Here's the guitar solo, or the harmonica maybe.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm not blonde, honey,
Kept
I'm
it short.
just dumb.
I think that's cool.
'Cause I've been singing every song to match your tune. I'm not Miss Americana, I'm not Miss South Carolina, and I guess I'll never be the one for you. Well, I guess I'll never be the one for you. Yeah, I guess I'll never be the one for you. Thank y'all. Like I said, that's supposed to be a bitchy song, but
Just so well written. I love that. Sorry, I almost blew your headphones out again.
That's all good.
Alrighty.
So well
This
written.
next one that I got for you is a song that I wrote last summer, and it's about that weird season when you're post a breakup and trying to go on first dates again, and just having everybody remind you the person that you walked away from. So this is a tune called Vintage, and I hope you like it.
Vintage. Take my headphones off for a second. I want to hear it. Can't tell if the guitar seems light to me.
Worn out jeans and handwritten letters, cassette tapes and rotary phones. Some things just keep on getting better. Some things just ought to be left alone. We're all pining for days that came before us. Simple times, the years of truth ago. I just forgot the words. Hold on.
Happens to everybody.
I've never done that. If history repeats, so help us all. There it is. You said that we were timeless. What weight does that hold in a world that lives for yesterday? Honey, I don't know. It's like every shiny penny ends up telling stories told. Everything that's new is old. Went out for a drink last Tuesday evening. Something different to ease my state of blue. Thought maybe I stumbled on the future.
I would love to hear her guitar a little louder.
Till he laughed and reminded me of you.
I think this song in particular really...
You said that we were timeless. But what weight does
You really want to hear the
that
guitar
hold
on this song.
in a world that lives for yesterday? Honey, I don't know. It's like every shiny penny ends up telling stories told. Everything that's new is old. Like wine and vinyl records, like the days of you and me. The kids, they call it vintage, I call it manufactured history. And I'm trying to move forward, but I'm stuck inside the war. Moonlight dancing, old-fashioned kiss, two rocking chairs on a porch. You said that we were timeless. What weight did that hold when you found her something borrowed and I was left to bear the stone? It's like every stranger's smile keeps on telling stories told. Everything that's new is old. That's it. Thank you guys. I can't believe I forgot the words to that. I've never done that in my life. Wow. Alrighty, so I got two more for you pretty quick. A little story behind this next one. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri originally, Wildwood, and my dad is a blues musician from Louisiana, so that explains a lot. And he's a guitar player, and he's a very, very funny man. He's known for his one-liners and pieces of advice that you don't think you need until you do. Something he always told my sister and I was, girls, you can date a doctor, you can date a lawyer, hell, you can date a politician. I wouldn't recommend it. But whatever you do, this might be a bad thing to say here, don't date a tattooed musician. And I said, well, shit. So this is a tune that I wrote about my dad's advice. All of the lines in here are things that he has said to me over the years, and it's called Tattooed Music Man. It's a little bit quieter, so hopefully y'all can hear it. But here you
It's a
go.
great intro to a song. Makes me think about wanting to work on or just think more about writing intros to song, like writing spoken intros to songs, because that was a really concise, interesting little story that tells you about the origin of where that comes from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm immediately interested in the song.
I sit staring deep in a glass of red wine alone again. My father's words creep through my mind where they've always been. If I just would listen, and I know there's a wisdom that comes with the whiskers that cling to his grin. Each one earned from a lesson there's life through to the wind. When it all goes silent, I hear his voice say, if you find yourself in a hole, put down the shovel. Don't waste your youth on things you can't change. Dive bars make the best company. There's no such thing as extra money, by God. Go to every concert you can. Just don't go falling in love with the tattooed music man. Well, I've got a habit took every last lick of my sense, and I up and left it in the hands of my heart, and my mind can't understand it. Swore this one was different, but you can call me the fool who knew slow meant steady and wild, and those eyes meant nothing. With my foot on the gas, baby, I hit the truth running. When it all came crashing, I heard that voice say, if you find yourself in a hole, put down the shovel. Don't come home with permanent reminders of temporary feelings. Get paid in cash if you're not first, you're last. Don't wait around, just do it. By God, life hands you one, take the chance. Don't go fall in love with the tattooed music man. There's some things you just have to live and to learn, and baby, that just comes at the time. Insanity builds on the trials that you will when you've got a stubborn heart like mine. So, if you find yourself in a hole, put down that shovel. Don't go giving a damn what others think of you, honey, 'cause they rarely do. Say what you mean, better mean what you say, even when nobody's listening. By God, that wind blows, learn how to stay. Just don't go falling in love, keep your head above. Trust me, I've been there, I've seen it. Don't go falling in love with the tattooed music man.
Okay, impressions of this song. What do you think?
Oof. Wow. Yep.
Thank you guys so much. Alrighty, I got one more for you.
She's got one more. Yes.
Super fun this last year. I actually got to release my very first Spotify single ever. And it was a live session that a friend of mine recorded in St. Louis. And it's a song that I wrote about starting over in a dive bar, about a dive bar in Mississippi that I love. And Charleston City Paper wrote a really cool article on it, so if y'all have not ever checked that out, Kate Bryan, she's freaking awesome, wrote my story, and it was really fun. So anyway, this is called Love's Lost and Found, and thank you guys so much for having me. This is a blast. Alrighty, here you go.
Okay, I just gotta say, that last song I thought it was beautiful. You know, hearing all these words of wisdom from her father, they probably came directly from her father. That's what I would think. And I don't want to take up too much of her time when she's singing. I want to listen to the song, but it's a burner on tattooed music, man.
That's a good one, though.
It's good, but man, I'm like, there's no explanation for why. But anyway, we can talk about that later.
Broken hearts coming back together in a cigarette glow. When luck's just changing like the weather is always skewing blows. Whoa, you can take one or leave one, break one or keep one, or maybe just hang around. Welcome to a Friday night and love's lost and found. Caleb got his heart broke by the one he loved the most. Said to hell with diamond rings and champagne toast, but he's out on the dance floor giving it a chance. And Becca's out of grad school, wishing she could act a fool, but 30 looks like she's out of time for breaking rules till she's sliding in the front seat of someone else. Broken hearts coming back together in a cigarette glow. When luck's just changing like the weather is always skewing blows. Whoa, you can take one or leave one, break one or keep one, or maybe just hang around. Welcome to a Friday night and love's lost and found. Love's lost and found. Broken hearts coming back together in a cigarette glow. When luck's just changing like the weather is always skewing blows. Whoa, you can take one or leave one, break one or keep one, or maybe just buy another round. Welcome to a Friday night. I said welcome to a Friday night. Baby, welcome to a Friday night. Love's lost and found.
Yeah, she's got a good sense for structure. She does cool things.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah,
I was thinking the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Thank you guys
little
so
riff
much.
right at the very end of that song
Yeah,
where
yeah.
she did that variation on her.
Exactly.
I was like,
yeah.
wow, yeah, that was
good.
really great, really well done.
She did a similar thing on the other song.
Oh my gosh, shut up. Meredith Foster or something. I don't know. I don't even know what it is. Where did George go? Did you lose him?
You got to see the.
Oh, okay, good.
See the. Gonna show them crowd. You can see it on the small screen.
Original?
Really good turnout.
Alright, let's rock it for a second then. If I can do a cover, we'll do it. Alright, I told y'all my dad was from Louisiana.
Yeah, she
so
did a very similar thing on like 2 songs ago,
explains this.
where she got to the end and then she did repeat the refrain 3 times,
didn't
but
write
took it in a
this.
new direction. Yeah. It's just a cool thing to do on the end of songs.
Oh
It
yeah,
makes it interesting.
absolutely. I think she did a great job.
Okay, so the tattooed music, man, though, like if she performs that song on like a major stage, like where people are really tuned in, like here you kind of get away, like people aren't going to take you so seriously, like you know what I mean, like people are listening and they're engaged, but they also at open mics you get a lot more leeway, for making a mistake or maybe the line doesn't hit quite right or whatever, and people aren't going to like hold you accountable. They're not like. They don't hold you to that standard. But when you get on the bigger stages, they start, unless you've cultivated an audience that really doesn't care, then people will start to hold you on a higher and higher standard. So what's going to happen when she sings that Music Man song on a bigger stage? You know what I mean? Like, what if like 5% of the audience, or let's say 3% of the audience is tattooed Music Man?
So what you're saying is like tattooed Music Man, like
she's gonna.
You're not exactly sure what the message is of the song or what?
Like the message, I get like all this advice from her dad, but then maybe I'm missing something. If I'm missing something, help me out. The crux of the song is don't fall in love with a tattooed Music Man. So why? Maybe I missed something.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Like there was all this great advice from her dad, which was phenomenal. Like to really listen and understand that her dad was giving. This was really the words from her dad to her. And we're getting to get that, almost a first-person view of what that was like to receive all that advice. And it was beautiful. It was really well done. All that.